Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Dan, and I'm normally working with wood or little steel fabrication projects and some farm maintenance repair. And today I actually have to repair my car. As you can see beside me, I have fenders. These are fenders for my car, okay? And I have to say I'm a little bit nervous about painting these because it's the first time I do it, and it doesn't appear like much. Like, I bought these, I'm into it for like 300 bucks. For these two fenders, but now I'm into like another 150 in paint and primers and other stuff, and it's starting to add up. I'm a little nervous about doing this, but if I don't do it, I'll never know if I could, and if I mess it up, well, my car's going to look funky or unprofessional like. But the base coat is matched. I'm not worried about the base coat. I'm more worried about leaving orange peels and runs and stuff like that. That's what I'm sort of afraid of. Because the rest of the car might be an older vehicle, it's a 2010, but there's no, how can I say this? The clear coat's not peeling, the paint still looks good. But my vehicle had mud flaps on these fenders, and they were supposed to protect the vehicle, and that's exactly where they started rusting, where the mud flaps were. I'm going to put them back on. Eventually these will go rotten again, but like on the back, the bumper's plastic. I'm not worried about it rusting. But the vehicle sort of looks better with them on. Okay. For those who haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. If you look at the list below, or if you go to my channel, I got over 200, maybe 300 videos so far. Plenty of stuff to look at, 3D printing, a few metal projects. I did a Eureka tool for gear relief, hobbing. What else? I 3D printed some pumps for proof of functionality. Lots of stuff. Okay, so right now there's going to be a little time gap. You won't be witness to it, but I got to go to the store and get some more supplies. I'm going to show you what I have already. Okay. I bought, this is a primer. It's sandable, light sandable primer. I'm going to do 2 skims and 1 wet in primer. Okay. This is I'm by no means advertising, but this is a dupli color primer, okay, and it's for metal, fiberglass, and wood, interior, exterior, and it's sandable, so I can use this. And here I bought a color match can. It's got base coat in it, and it's got all the colors in it that will match the vehicle, my vehicle color. Okay, it's Fill 1. It's called. I'm just looking to see if there's a best before date. These base coats, you put it on and you wait till it dries and you spray your second coat. Or, like, I got the gist that it was like 10 minutes between coats. And it all depends on what kind of weather you're having. Okay, if it's warm outside, or okay, like for here it says is there for best results. Like this, you're supposed to stay between 10 and 12 inches away from when you're putting on your base coat. Now some people say your base coat should be like more like 8 to 5 inches away, and your primer is more like 3 to 4 inches away. You want to make sure that you cover everything, and you don't want sag, so you put light coats. And this is a clear gloss or clear glamour. It's a 2K spray max. It's epoxy or a hardener in it. You take this button, you put it on here, turn it upside down, give it a few shots, make sure it makes the hardener within the clear coat itself. And you're supposed to mix the can, like there's a ball in there, so you want to mix it up, okay? And it says to stay 10 inches away. Well, once again, I saw them applying this, and sort of like go around the edges, and then steady across. Like they might do like half, tear it up into sections. Like to go a full stretch, you start already starting to dry, right? So I do this probably in 3 sections. 1, 2, 3, okay? And 3 coats. The final is a wet coat. So when you're overlapping, 50 to 70% overlap to get it wet, but you don't want it to run. That's your final coat, same as the base coat, okay? And the primer, well, the primer is just to make sure you got everything covered up, because you got to sand your edges with like a 400 grit sandpaper. Make sure you hit your edges. I've already done this, and there's a crosshatch pattern to it, and I'll bring you up closer so you can see it. But you can tell the cross hatching. Okay, it's crossed hatch, and the edges, you can tell that it went beyond the primer. So that's bare metal. So that's why you got to prime your piece up, right? But this is a bake-on primer. Okay, they spray it and they put it through an oven. Okay, here's some more examples. See the shiny parts? But you got to make sure your edges are hit right. So this is where peeling normally starts. But if it's really sanded well, I got to hit this again with the sandpaper right here to make sure that it adheres to it. Okay, so I've done both. I've also created these stands. Okay, they're just 1 by 1 pieces of lumber I had lying around. So I got some bracing there so it doesn't tip forward. That to keep the spacing, and this to keep this sway side to side. Okay, so I'm off to the store, and I'll be right back, and we're going to start priming this thing. Okay, so what I was actually going to pick up is some cat cloth. It's to help pick up any kind of anything that I don't see on here, right? I'm just going to run it over. Make sure I pick up everything that's on here. And I do see some wood particles from the stands that got stuck to it. There's some here. Now for the primer. Mix it up real good. I'm going to go around the edges. And then I'm going to do one pass, two pass, three pass, or three, and do both at the same time. And then let it dry for 10 minutes. And then we'll see what we got. I don't want any runs, so I'm going to wait and let that dry for 10 minutes. And we'll be right back. Oh, I see a little blotch there. I'm going to have to cover that up. And no, those are dirt in the screen. It's the second coat. And I'm going to make sure there's nothing on here. I'm going to have to lay it on pretty soon because lay it on thick because I still can see some scratchings in there. most of the cross hatching is gone. Okay. So the final coat of that primer should take care of that. I don't see any more cross hatching. This is the second coat. Now for the third coat. So another pass with the tack cloth. Make sure that nothing got onto this. This portion isn't so like down here because the mud flap goes over it, but oops. So there was some wood particle on there. Okay. For the mask. And your masks have to be N95, right? Or better, N100, right? And you gotta get a good sealing surface, and you want to keep this portion clean. Like you want to wipe it off with maybe rubbing alcohol or some kind of disinfectant after I've done my last base coat and clear coat and stuff. I'm going to clean it off before I put it away, so that way I don't grow bacteria in my mask and get sick the next time. Okay, so now for the base coat. It's a metallic gray. This is the tack cloth. Now these, turn it upside down in 3 seconds and you can clean off your nozzles. Like the base coat cans, turn it upside down 3 seconds and you can wipe off so your nozzle doesn't jam up or fill. I think I messed up. Right there. It's going to be good enough for me, but I clearly messed up. I should have left it alone. Right. supposed to lay on the third one really thick with a 60-70% overlap, and like it says 10 to 12 inches on the can, but a lot of people say like 5 to 6 inches from the fender. This metallic color is hard to put on. You see what I mean? Especially with a spray can. I can see my streaks. And I was putting it on wet. I'm gonna go for a 4th coat and that's it. Then I'm putting the clear no matter what it looks like. Because it's the technique or the can, one or the other. So this is what I'm using. Okay, there's a red button and there's, you put it on this to bust the hardener in it, and then you got to shake it for 2 minutes. And I'm guessing it's going to take some of this away. I can see sort of where the strokes are because of the way the metallic went down. It's hard to do going across, and you can barely see your spray. A spray gun will leave a pattern about that wide, so you can see where you're spraying. You know how much overlap you're going to put on it and everything. This has only, if you want to put it thicker, you got to get closer to the piece, and your spray pattern gets really small, and that makes it difficult to put on. I'm going for my third try. This can is almost empty. Good thing I got a second can. My battery's gonna let out on me, so I'm gonna get what I can. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.